How much respect, Steve, did the fans gain for him in that period where it was kind of all about Ronaldo and he was playing second fiddle but playing it well?
I think a lot of the players, well, most of the players, all of the players, they're held in a high amount of respect by the fans because they've been so successful.
Yeah.
Ronaldo was the star man because of his goals. You know, at one stage he was all the time he's averaged over a goal a game at Real Madrid. There's one stage he got 60 in a year, wasn't he? Some of the numbers that they were putting up with him and Messi were just phenomenal. So there was a lot of respect for him. There was a lot of respect for Gareth Bale. You know, they were called the BBC, and they were called that for the reason that they were so prolific. So there was a huge amount of respect. But I think the respect of people across Europe now are really starting to focus on the man himself because of what he's doing. I think Lewandowski was always up there and highly thought of as a number 9. Yeah. Benzema in the last couple of years more so now.
And how much did your respect grow for him in 2008 when you faced him?
Well, this was the first time I got on the pitch and played against him. I'd heard about him before, always been talked about as a great young talent. But this is the first time I saw him up close and personal. I'm going to slow it down. He gets the ball. Look at the amount of shirts around him. Look, the composure, how calm he was. Turns, doesn't even give us a chance to get to him, does it in one motion, an exquisite finish. Then I realised immediately this is a top-level player. And I remember Sir Alex Ferguson saying, listen, I'm trying to get him. I think I've got a really good chance of getting him. But I think Zidane, the connection at Real Madrid, their roots originated from Africa, played a big part, and he ended up going to Real Madrid. And Sir Alex Ferguson, I think he'd be one of the players that he was probably most devastated not getting.
Did he make you think it was going to happen, though?
Yeah, I did think it was going to happen. But this is why I'm not surprised when you see him doing this type of stuff. This is PSG, I mean...
This is instinctive, isn't it? He's just coming into that's a striker at the absolute top of his game to hit it like that, isn't it? If you take a second to think, you try and take a touch with your left foot, you know, a normal player, but he's just outside of the boot, fantastic.
And this is another side of his game where he just comes off, and he's so great at this, where he comes off and entices players to come in. He knows that the space for Vinicius is going to be in here, and he's asking the defender, Silva, go on, you come in there with me, you're experienced, but I'm going to ask you, come in here and then create some more space behind you.
I think this is like the good part now, and it's great that fact that, you know, the English fans are seeing him because they know that he's not just an instinctive goal scorer, he's an exquisite football player. He drops into holes knowing that defenders are going to have to come with him. He knows he can free other people. He's not blessed with an extraordinary amount of pace that he's going to necessarily trouble the defenders, but the areas where he goes just puts defenders in danger all the time, and they're always checking the shoulder all the time, so they're never, ever set defensively.
And this is just a wonderful goal, and I think we will slow it down at the end because I think the important part here, as it gets laid back, the way he just takes the pace off the ball, or uses the pace of the ball actually to just, he doesn't have to put any effort into it. Lets it hit his head, just guides it in that corner. It's just the different types of finishes that we've just seen there, all top draw.
And is this a sweet spot that you three remember where your body can still do it and you've got the experience to go with it?
It's the levels this lad's hitting is unbelievable. But going back to that header, I don't even know how you coach that in that situation. I don't even know. You can't even put a session on. Right, we're going to do a session where you're just going to take the ball off, take the weight off the ball as you head it.
That is just movement, Joe, isn't it? Look where he is there. He's not in any danger at all. Eyes on the prize all the time.
Yeah, it's great. It's, you know, him and Modric been almost a decade together, and when you've been that long with a player and you've built up that kind of rapport, it's unconscious communication. He just knew as soon as Modric ball was coming back to him, he knew where it was going to be put. He knew what time, and the timing was perfect. He's just a joy to watch.
It's no surprise, is it? He's been at Madrid for over 10 years now. Numerous trophies and numerous Champions Leagues. So you can never ever question them. They're just in the they're just in the zone at the minute, a lot of them. Luka Modric the same, 10 years, Marcelo 12 years. These players don't stay at that club for that long if they're not, haven't got an aura and haven't got something special about them.